Hello and welcome to Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, for another video. Now, firstly, apologies for not uploading yesterday, and also apologies, this is going to be yet another quick-fire news video. The problem is right now, obviously in my Q&A video I did mention that I do currently do another job, and I'm currently actually away from where I currently am, my home, on a business trip. I'm only going to be away for sort of 3 or 4 days, so in that time the uploads might be a little bit shorter than usual, a little bit more brief, but obviously when I get back after January, I should have a long spell then where I'm at home and I'll be able to dedicate myself to the channel a lot more. But just to bring you some news based on yesterday and also today, some news filtering through on Barcelona. And the first thing to note was Thomas Vermaalen's injury. Obviously he went off at half-time in the game against Real Betis. He's going to be out for just 2 weeks. I think that personally is a very, very good result. It could have been longer. It could have been a lot more serious. That's the good thing. It's just a hamstring injury, a little strain. He's going to be back in 2 weeks. So in that time, he's probably going to miss the Espanyol game, obviously, this week. He's going to miss Alaves on the weekend, and then probably the league game away from home in Espanyol as well. But other than that, he should be back after that period, and he'll be a very, very welcome addition to the squad, of course. Luckily, right now, we've got Umtiti back, and with Mascherano, obviously I'm going to come on to that in a minute, but with Mascherano leaving, it seems like Yerry Mina's debut with Vermaelen out, with Mascherano leaving, Mina's debut could be coming very, very soon indeed. Also, yesterday, Rafinha's move away from the club, obviously we spoke about him in recent weeks going to Inter Milan. That was all finalised and confirmed yesterday, both Barcelona and Inter Milan pretty much confirming what we already knew in regard to this transfer. It's a loan until the end of the season. At the end of that loan, Inter Milan then will have the option to purchase him. It's going to be 35 million plus 3 in variables if they want to buy him permanently. It's an option to buy, not an obligation, so they do not have to buy him. We may be seeing Rafinha back at the club if maybe Inter don't want to exercise that option at the end of the season. I think personally, if he can stay injury-free, if he can go there and play and show the talent that he definitely does have, then he'll certainly stay there, and Inter Milan will be very, very happy with the player they have. But all the very best to him. You know, he's a player that came through, he very much enjoyed playing for Barcelona, very, very unlucky with injuries, and I wish him all the very, very best. And I'd be pretty happy if he did end up coming back and tried to get a role in the team. But obviously, like I say, if he does impress, Inter Milan 35 million plus 3, it could go through for around 38 million euros in the summer. Also, quickly on Coutinho and Iniesta, both of which are back in first team training, meaning both of them could appear in the game on Thursday against Espanyol in that very vital second leg in the Spanish Super Cup. Really, really important game, of course. We're down by a goal. We're going to need to stage a bit of a comeback. Iniesta should be back in time for that game, and Coutinho, of course, waiting to make his official Barcelona debut. He's eligible to play in the Copa. He's eligible to play in the league. I think right now, most likely he's going to make his debut against Alaves, but we could see him come off the bench in a game on Thursday against Espanyol in his first Barca appearance. It's going to be a great occasion. I'm really excited to see Coutinho out on the pitch. He's back in full training now. He's going to get the medical green light very, very soon indeed. He's been working with the ball now for a number of days, and he's looking good and really thriving now to try and get in the Barcelona team and get that first game in his new Barcelona colours. And obviously, guys, leaving the best till last, and by best I mean the best player, but obviously not the best news today. It was confirmed that Javier Mascherano will officially be leaving Barcelona in this January transfer window. It's not a real shock. I think we've all expected Mascherano to be leaving at some point in this window, but the professional that he is, he's waited until Umtiti's come back. Obviously, unfortunately now, Vermaelen ruled out, but at the end of the window, he's waited the entire January to go, and he will now complete his move to the Chinese Super League at the end of this month. But it's going to be his final game, potentially, on that Thursday against Espanyol. The club are going to hold a sort of send-off for him. Bartomeu is going to be there, all of the board, also the first team, are all going to be at the camp now around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that event should be streamed live on the Barcelona website, on the Barcelona YouTube channel, so you guys can catch up with that Mascherano farewell. It should be quite emotional because Mascherano, I think, is a legend of the club. He's been here now nearly 8 years, and I think over that time he's given tremendous service, not always played in his favourite position. He's never complained, he's never moaned, he's always got on with his job, and he's always done it to the very, very best of his ability, and the very best of his ability has always been very, very high quality. A fantastic professional, a role model for anybody who wants to play the game, and I really cannot have the high enough praise for Mascherano. What he's given to us, what he is as a player, what he represents as a person, absolutely fantastic, and another player that I really do wish him all the best, and I hope we're going to be seeing him once again in the summer with Messi, with Argentina, hopefully doing some good things in the World Cup. So all the best to him. When I do get some time, I do plan on doing doing a video on Mascherano, looking back at his career at Barcelona, going over some of his highlights. Of course, he leaves with just that one goal, but he does leave with an incredible 18 trophies in his time at the club. So unbelievable for him. I wish him all the best. That send-off tomorrow is going to be special, and that is pretty much it at the moment for Barcelona news. Still, we're waiting on news on Alex Vidal, on De La Feu, whether those two are going to be leaving the club in the immediate future. We're still waiting for offers to come in for those. On the signings front, it doesn't look like anything at all will be happening. Now we've got Coutinho, we've got Mina. That's pretty much all of our business done. But like I say, guys, when any news comes in, I will try to bring it to you, and I should be back at home with the uploads as normal very, very soon indeed. But I will have that preview for the Espanyol game coming up tomorrow. Don't worry about that. So I'll see you then, guys. Thank you very much for your support. I will be back very soon. But until then, as always, Vesca El Barça. Barça, Barça, Barça.